This is a question from Tony.
Hi, Tony.
Hey, Tony. Are the predominating churches of the world any understanding about witchcraft now than they were 100 years ago? And if so, why do you think this has happened?
Okay.
Oh, wait.
Thanks for
Does it
my
hurt you?
arm. This is, again, not so much a religious question, but a socio-political one.
Mm.
Yes, of course, views have changed depending on the religious organization. Some of them have evolved, some of them not so much. I'm not focusing on any one of them. But I will say what has changed that is more and more people coming out of the broom closet.
The pun was meant, folks.
No, that's what we call it, the broom closet.
Oh,
you
I
know,
didn't...
people who practice silently and nobody knows, more and more people...
Solitaries.
The solitaries, and even coven life. There are people in covens who nobody else knows they're a witch, but the people in their coven. So I think the craft has become more public. I think websites like witchvox.com, which is just amazing, has done a lot
Great
to
book.
educate the public. And I think the more witches become and more pagans become educated, that helps. That, you know, it's not like we're in any one sector of society.
Right.
There are doctors and lawyers as well as husbands and wives and children that we're kind of scattered like anything else. We're scattered across the entire spectrum. So I think the more and more people come out, and I mean, it's not like you have to wear a blazing pentacle on your forehead to be a witch. But I can speak of my own experience. Since we opened the Silver Broom in Sayville, before that when it was just drawing the circle in that space, people knew I was a witch, but drawing the circle is a very innocuous sort of symbolic name.
Could be graphics, could be imaging, could be anything.
So the Silver Broom, yes, we did get some calls about, do you sell brooms? We're like, yes, but probably not the kind you're looking for. We have become a very positive presence in Sayville because of that. And because we interact. Now, we don't, hold pagan pride parades in Sayville or anything like that. But it's kind of funny. We've become an underground favorite in Sayville because people know we're nice people. How did they know that? By getting to know us little by little by little. So take that on a social scale in Sayville and now move that anywhere around the world.
Right.
If people know you're a witch and they know that you are a nice person, helpful, which a lot of people come to me in Sayville who are not witches, but they want to know what I think, or they want my advice, or they want my perspective. And that's mostly what witches do. Remember, a witch is really just somebody who knows something that not everybody else knows.
Right.
That's the point of wisdom. You know something that not everybody else knows. And so I help people tweak things and look at it a little bit different. Well, have you thought about this? Have you thought about that? Look at it this way, look at it that way. How is this empowering you? How can this be used to empower you? Those are, by the way, the same answers. The form is different, but pretty much the same idea of what therapists do. Whether it's a physical therapist or an emotional therapist or a psychological therapist, a job therapist, an occupational therapist, it's all the same idea. So witches heal. And I think the more that we come out as that, whether we are healers per se or not, that we're all about how to evolve things, how to move them on to the next step. I think people will find that other religions, other societal systems, other tribal groups become a little bit more accepting. A dear friend of mine is a Methodist minister, and she teaches goddess spirituality to people. It's not the core of her teachings,
Right.
but that's one thing I gotta say. I will single out the Methodists temporarily in a very positive way. They seem to be very inclusive. They seem to be very live and let live. And that is certainly where witches need to remember we are supposed to be live and let live, fairly take and fairly give. That's the place we're supposed to be coming from. And then you come along and you show them how cute our cats are. This is Sebastian. He's our new one. He's a little squiggly still. Like people who think that black cats are evil obviously never had them, but how do you know that? You gotta
Right.
live with them. You gotta get to know them. And
He's very cute.
He is a good boy. He's just wiggly right now. All right, go ahead.
He's very young.
He's not even 6 months yet. But I think that's a really good question. Are things changing? Yes, things are changing. Why are they changing? Because witches are coming out to say, hey, we're decent people. We're just like you. Just the way we do things are a little bit different. And this is a universe of variation.
Right.
It's what makes it worth living, is to find your own basic way of living your life. And that's why, remember, witchcraft is an art as well as a science. And it's a personal art.
Laurie Cabot says that.
And I love me some Laurie Cabot. She's been doing it longer than most.
And really putting the knowledge that's out there and, standing up for the what she calls the science of it, not as the religion, and has taught it in major universities.
And there is a definite energetic vibrational science underneath the craft. I am currently defining that as the law of attraction because that's a buzz phrase that people are using.
Understand and equate to, yeah.
But it is. I mean, and that's the thing. If in your personal society you're finding people are very anti-witch, then I would suggest you shift your vibration in such a way that you really look upon, well, what are the positive aspects of being a witch? Well, you're working with the cycles of nature, so it's completely natural. Therefore, there's nothing supernatural here.
Right.
And then you carry yourself in a way that is respectful of nature. I think that has a way, not necessarily of rubbing off on people, but again, teaching by example.
Right.
Cool?
Cool with me.
It's a good answer to a really difficult question, I think.
I think so too, and I think Tony will be very satisfied.
Thank you, Tony. Bye.